I'm Jack Curry. This is David Cohn. We are the co-authors of Full Count, The Education of a Pitcher. And we're going to educate you guys a little bit on pitching because this guy knows as much about pitching as anyone I've ever covered. David, you've got a baseball in your hand. I think we should talk about the pitches you threw in your career. Let's start with the four-seam fastball because you talk in the book about how vital that was to you throughout your career.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, if you look at the makeup of a baseball, we call this part the horseshoe part for obvious reasons, for looks. If you turn it over, then you see four seams. And that, to me, is where it all starts. You grip a fastball cross seam or four seam, you're trying to get these four seams working in unison. And now we have something called spin efficiency. So your wrist position and how you can impart spin on the baseball with these four seams really means a lot. It gives you life and zip through the zone. It almost gives you the illusion of a little bit of a rising fastball. If you think back to Nolan Ryan, one of the great fastball pitchers of all times, people talked about his rising fastball. Well, that's how he threw it. Cross seam, four seams, and get this four seam spin as tight as you can get it and as efficiently as you can get those four seams to work in unison. Creates spin efficiency, and that's what gives you the life on that four seam fastball.
We're going to move to one of your favorite pitches and a pitch that helped you have the career that you had, in part, the slider. What made the slider so effective? And I should actually also ask the origin of your slider, because I love the fact that it was really born out of wiffle ball games in your backyard.
It really was. I was enamored with, emulating major league stars, whether it was Luis Tiant or Juan Marichal, and the 75 World Series with the Red Sox and the Reds. Watching Luis Tiant in that 75 World Series was just remarkable for me. The way he dropped down and threw sliders, sidearm, over the top, he was just a magician for a 12-year-old kid. I'd go back in the backyard and I'm Luis Tiant. I'm going to make that ball move. And my backyard was named Conway Park because I wanted it to be Fenway Park. It was Conway Park and I was Luis Tiant. That's initially where it started. Learning how to make a wiffle ball move is a lot easier than a baseball. It's a lot lighter, a lot less taxing on your arms. So I encourage all kids to play wiffle ball all the time.
You need to get Full Count, The Education of a Pitcher, because there's a lot more in the book. It's called The Education of a Pitcher for a reason. He educated all of us.
Hachette,